Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to speak. My name is Herman Hembe. I represent Conservative Federal Constituency. I'm from Benue State. Mr. Speaker, I'll speak briefly. The section just recently read by my honorable colleague, section 36, clearly talks about reasonable time. That, Mr. Speaker, is the standard as provided by the Constitution. Reasonable time implies that the process be done as quickly as the circumstances provide. Circumstances could include anything, including what you just mentioned, Mr. Speaker, COVID-19 pandemic, or any other crisis or natural disasters that may prevent the matter being carried out expeditiously, including unavailability of suspects and witnesses and people who can add value to such a matter. To attempt to give it a timeline, as is done in election petition matters or other civil matters, will bring danger to that particular procedure. I think, Mr. Speaker, we should not allow this bill to go beyond this level, because people will begin to look at doing what they think sounds right as opposed to what actually is right. People will look at circumstances of people who have spent lengthy periods in prison awaiting trial, and lose sight of the fact that circumstances are different. And like another speaker earlier spoke, you will lead to a situation where people will begin to be let free from jail because time has elapsed. On the strength of that, and to protect our criminal justice system, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I'd like to humbly suggest that we'll set aside this bill now. It is not very necessary at the moment. And circumstances that will provide for expeditious trial of criminal matters simply do not exist. It has just been pointed out here also that policemen are no longer allowed to trial criminal matters. It is only lawyers. How many lawyers do we have in police commands working for the state? These are issues that are necessary to address before you get into such a thing. Because those issues and those circumstances are not in place, it is dangerous for us to continue with this kind of bill, because people will look at doing what they think affects them emotionally and forget the bigger picture, which is that at the end, you will cause a miscarriage of justice across the board. On the strength of that, Mr. Speaker, I want to strongly move that this bill be set aside at the moment, pending the future when we are ready for such a bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.